Flame bracelet.
Alright, so we've got a plan for Tower.
Medical herb. Alright. Zero looking like he's gonna make his way through the back of Goa. And we're finding out that statue that Axe has is the broken statue. Because that is not the statue Akahana wants. But he goes back to Goa because he's going to talk to Brokahana over here.
Yep. Has been known to have important things in the past. In the recent past. Ah.
True Blue.
If I recall correctly, that is the golden idol that will clear the golden statue.
Yeah. So he was... Yeah.
Now, we were told what was on this, but I honestly don't recall. Axe is deciding whatever it was important enough to come back for.
Bat signal. Right. So the insect flute. Oh, no, it's the lamp. Okay.
The lamp. And that was in fact the bow.
I'm gonna call that truth, because that sounds a little bit better.
I actually suspect it's Bow of Sun, because Axe does not have very many places left to check. I think we're seeing a crypt dive here, and I think it's going to work.
Well, we're gonna find out who's right very shortly. Yep. Zero getting his storm bracelet for the not sword he has.
Yeah. I think this is a required crypt dive, because I can't think of, other than going into the Portoa caves, which we think don't have any, or don't have much in the way of key items in them. Certainly don't have any bows in them.
Oh, one of them was. It was probably Bow Deadly. I've seen Bow Deadly be the Sword of Truth a few times. Or Bow of Truth, whatever. So Axe, realizing, oh hey, what these guys are talking about that I can't hear and know nothing about is probably the play I need to make. Because I am far more experienced than most of those guys talking.
Very true.
So yeah, Axe is gonna make his way here through Fog Lamp Cave, finds warp boots.
Now, the way the hints work, they will tell you the item that is deepest in these two caves. So as soon as you find that Blizzard Bracelet, you can stop looking for other things. And of course, because those sword upgrades are progressive, the Blizzard Bracelet is going to look like a ball of water.
Yeah. But that's not to say that there isn't a second water upgrade.
Actually, yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, the fact that that is specifically your hint, and you don't have either water upgrade right now, could be an excellent troll, because...
I mean, at this point, the Blizzard Bracelet's useless anyway, but...
Right, but if you find the first water upgrade, and think, oh, there's nothing else left in these caves, I found the water upgrade that's here, but it's actually hinting a second water upgrade, then you end up skipping out on some checks that could be important. Now, I think in Axe's case, I don't think there's anywhere else left to go.
You know what I just realized? What did Tornell on the mountain want?
That is a good question. It might have been Blizzard Bracelet. I was not paying attention when either player did the Stomp fight. On a similar note, I actually don't think Axe has been to Mount Saber West.
No, he only went up... He went up there to fight Kelbesk, and that was it.
Oh, and that's right, he never got the items off of Mount Saber North either.
No.
So that's what we're going to see him do now. Alright, Zero has gotten stonewalled by the wall in Carmine's floor, so it has left the back entrance of Goa. Bought a bunch of warp boots.
Medical herb, good. Oh, it's not the key you want.
Nope. In fact, the key that he's looking for is in Stixie.
Yep.
Which I feel like Zero of all people should know. I mean, he always says go to Stixie, so... Even when you didn't just get a key.
Yeah, looks like he wants to take a second. Probably gonna go check Lake of Rage real quick. Or no?
Heading over to Carissa Plant?
No, he's been in here. He knows he doesn't have the sword for this. Or he just forgot that he did.
Yeah. Next, going backwards through Mount Saber North.
Because why not? The brief interlude of one of my favorite musics in the game, the mountain theme. Oh yeah, J-Ro, I rolled this. This seed is courtesy of me. Model of Dinah. That's what Akahana wants.
Show me a bow.
Orb of water. Oh boy.
We finally got one of those water upgrades.
So we know that the other one is in there.
Specifically in Crystal Plant Cave, because he cleared out Fog Lamp.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's heading there. He must have gotten the hint that Tornell wants the bracelet, the Blizzard bracelet.
That is very possible. Of course, he could be just going for the most dense checks at this point. Like, okay, what has the most check? What's the best value I can get?
I feel like you'd skip this and go to Mount Saber West.
Yeah.
If you could finish Mount Saber West.
But at the same time, you're kind of seeing how trolly this is, and he picked up warp?
I think that was a harp, as in
harp.
The insect flute.
Yeah. I need to clean my glasses, don't mind me.
Well, that confirms at least that the Blizzard Bracelet hint can hide key items.
Yes. And yes, Mashma and K-Fowl are pointing out that I either roll jet seeds or dumpster fires. K-Fowl gets the, he gets dumpster fire seeds when I roll for him, so... Poor guy. So hey, K-Fowl, when's your next race? And Axe going right ahead, grabbing his Blizzard Bracelet, which I need to push a button for. Gonna go play the harp, summon a giant insect, and, you know, burn it to the ground.
Yeah. And if this doesn't yield anything, then it's up Mount Saber West.
Yep.
And at this point, I am honestly wondering if I just missed Axe going to Mount Saber West the first time.
No, I don't think he had the... He didn't have a sword for the walls.
Yeah. Oh, there's that blast bow, though.
Yep.
So that is go mode.
Complete go mode. As Zero decides he's going to take some footballs to the side of the head. Getting past these statues.
Which is good news for him, because this is where that Sword of Wind is.
Yep.
Now, unfortunately, with the way this seed has played out, we will have no idea whether or not story mode is on. Because all the bosses got cleared out before we even had a chance to get to the back of Crypt.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think there's much you could have skipped. Like, about the only thing is, maybe you could have gotten lucky and faded fighting Sabera 2.
Yeah. Maybe Carmine and Sabera 2, but... I mean, it's a bold move, and if you're already there, you might as well just clear him out.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you find out that story mode is on, you gotta make that trek all the way back to the 2 in the middle floors.
Yep. Axe not bothering to check any of the things in Crypt. About the only thing you might still want at this point is Barrier, and you don't need it in Axe's spot.
Barrier and Refresh are the only real things left.
Yeah.
I guess they would be here, so...
Or Mount Saber West.
Oh yeah, that's true. So let's see if Axe gets the Matrix treatment from Dragon 2 here.
He is getting bullied by this popcorn for not having Barrier.
Yeah. I was watching Matrix practice a seed a week or so ago, and, well, Dragon 2 did not want to open up and fire his lasers.
Yep.
It was like a solid 2 minutes of just pure shenanigans.
Alright, Zero has gotten his major key.
Yep.
And his Sword of Wind, it looks like.
Yeah, I was just checking that. So let's see if he thinks to go to Rage. Meanwhile, we find out that Azteca was really the Dragon Emperor all along or something. I don't know, it's 90s writing, who cares?
And yet, here we go. This is what I was talking about earlier. Tornado Bracelet. Axe has his full choice of any of the bracelets with Power Ring. And, okay, he's looking at hybrid strats. Uses Tornado for the gold robots and Flame for the white robots. Interesting. I like this.
Yeah, I don't think he killed off all the white robots on the right, so...
No, but they were heading towards the stairs, so you get them on the way back.
That's true. Scandrin with the dancing monkey, proving that once again, tower music is best music. Not wrong. Representing F. Coughlin in chat.
In any case, Axe should be making short work of this tower, and we will see him be done here fairly shortly.
And somehow we're proving Matrix's point of these seeds are always an hour and a half, once you hit a certain skill level, no matter how bad. Yes, J-Ro, I only know of one song as well, and we should work to expand that list. J-Ro making a meme there of, we do have an alternate song that will play for the Dragon 2 fight and the tower, which is a joke with K-Foul and Sho Fukumachi, who's not in chat at the moment. It's Baby Elephant Walk. They used to give Matrix a very hard time about Baby Elephant Walk, and J-Ro decided to put it in.
Alright, Zero has picked up those speed boots and is now fighting Dragon 1. Looks like it's going to be a slightly faster Dragon 1, because Zero picked up a ball of fire before fighting him.
Yep.
And if you have any sort of attack that stays on the screen for an extended period of time, Dragon 1 has no iframes. You just chew through his hit points, like, extremely quickly.
Oh, yes. Also, Steve, if you're still around, I want a petition to make the speed boots into elephant boots. Oh, Axe finding the, nope, he lost it. I was gonna say Axe finding the spot of invincibility there, but not quite.
There's without barrier, there's no perfectly safe spots, but it's still not too bad. And it looks like Axe has finished with an official time of 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 18 seconds.
GG's to AxeMan. Congratulations. Meanwhile, Zero, still working his way through, picks up the Kensu item. Disappointed, as we always are. I think it was actually a decent item, but either way, it's Kensu. You can't help but be disappointed.
Mm-hmm. He is currently on the hunt for that Sword of Thunder. We know that he needs to go back to Rage to pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah. We have TheAxeMan coming in to join us. GG's, Axe. How was it?
That was a brutal seed. Wow. Who rolled that?
Me.
Oh, wow.
You notice Matrick proved his point yet again of, yeah, every Crystalis seed is an hour and a half.
Yeah. Wow. I mean...
No, that was rough. I'm actually kind of proud of that one.
This is, wow. This is gonna be a huge congratulations to Zero, not just for stepping up to this tournament in general, but finishing this seed, because that was a seed.
Oh yeah. See, Zero had the unfortunate accident of... Well, what was it he forgot, Code? It was pretty... It was Aurelius.
Yeah, Aurelius check, which was the Sword of Fire.
Yeah, he forgot to go turn in the Matrick figurine for the Sword of Fire. Like, he literally just got that about 25, maybe 30 minutes ago.
I think it's been a little longer than that, but yeah, it was relatively recently. And he's currently on the hunt for that Sword of Thunder.
Which he's in the area for with the Lake of Rage, but... he does know that some of these walls break, so we'll find out if he makes a play for Rage or does one of the side checks.
I believe Fog Lamp had Thunder Walls, so he can't do that one yet, but if he does Crystal Planet, it'll work out well for him, because we know that's required.
It doesn't matter, he's getting his Thunder.
There we go. Axe, thoughts on that seed, other beyond it was brutal? Anything interesting you want to call out in the routing or the execution there?
The doing multiple fights with like 2 swords and no power-ups, like no useful accessories, no like orbs or anything, and having to do these fights. I'm not sure if maybe I could have gotten some orbs and stuff, but like that was, yeah, those are some special fights.
Yeah.
Oh, I liked when you went to fight Sabera too, and you were 334 HP and doing 1 HP per hit. You're just like, yeah, no, nope.
It was kind of like, yeah, let's go in a different door and maybe get a couple level ups, and still, yeah.
I mean, hey, you tripled your damage output, went from 1 a hit to 3 a hit, and...
yeah, and no healing. I mean, has Zero found Refresher Barrier?
Nope, it's either going to be in Mount Saber West or, Crypt.
Okay, that's right, yeah, I was, my thinking was that I wanted to get that Blizzard Bracelet, because I knew that was what Tornell wanted, and so but then I got the Insect Flute, and, so if that hadn't paid off, then I would have gone, there next. But yeah. Oh man.
Am I right that you never got any of the checks on Mount Saber West?
That's right, I didn't go there at all.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, Zero went there pretty early, so...
Oh, okay, so maybe he did get something good.
He hasn't found anything, because he was... I think they were wind or thunder blocked, but...
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, it is...
It was a good idea to check.
Yeah, I don't think he's been back with the correct sword.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I checked it too, and then it was kind of like by the time I got wind, there was so much else open. And I think I got thunder pretty fast after wind.
Yeah, because you went almost immediately over to Rage. Because I remember what it was. You didn't have warp boots. You had to wild warp out of
That's right.
60
Yeah.
where you got the Sword of Wind, and
I
on
think
the
I
way
had-
of your Walk of
yeah.
Shame, you happened
Yeah,
to get
I
Sword
had
of
two
Thunder.
different walks of shame. That was the walk of shame. That was, yeah.
I think that's always one of those interesting things about these seeds when Leaf doesn't have warp boots, and it's like, all right, I need to be very careful with my warp boot usage, and
Mhm.
trying to plan around those walks of shame, and sometimes you just can't help it.
And sometimes you
Has
forget.
Zero actually? I'm looking at the tracker here. Is Zero not actually beaten any bosses? Or is it not.
I think he's beaten Sabera 1. I was gonna ask Code that, but
It's Sabera 1 and Kelbesk 1, I know for sure.
yeah,
Okay.
he hasn't done any of the bosses in Goa yet, so...
Oh wow.
No, Zero's been playing really well, though. I'm very impressed. I mean,
I
for a
guess
shorter
I had
period
all
of
the
time as
bosses-
he's been playing, he's done a very good job.
Yeah. So I had all the bosses down well before getting to the end, so I have no idea if it was story mode or not, but...
Yeah, we were talking, the only real bosses you could have skipped to find out was Sabera 2 and Carmine, and do you really want to skip those on the off chance it's off?
Exactly, yeah.
The two in the middle floors and just that walk back? Eh.
I think there's maybe an argument for it. If you've already done the thing that you had to do this seed, where you went in both sides and you could not deal with those bosses or you couldn't get to Sabera 2 and you couldn't kill Carmine, I think there's maybe an argument to be made that, okay, we're just going to try to fade the 3 checks you abandoned there, 4 checks, 2 on Carmine, 1 behind Sabera's wall, and Sabera herself. And just hope that you don't need to go back, because it is a long walk to get to any of those checks, whichever way you approach it from. But there's also a lot of logic in, like, no, let's not risk story mode being on. Let's go and clear out the bosses and just make sure that we're done. Because, like, if you know story mode is on, you're 100% going back to those bosses as soon as you can.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of which, it looks like Zero might be on his way into Goa yet again.
Football to the head!
Did you bring healing? Or are you
Nope.
popping an opal?
Yeah, and this, this constant having to go through these things over and over again. I mean, I went through a few. I think I did an opal when I went into, when I went into
yeah.
Stixie, I used an opal. The rest of them, I made sure I had a shield, and I even get what I think Stixie has the shield ring.
Yeah.
And and then after that, it was a little better. I never found barrier. Wow.
Yeah, barrier is buried deep in this seed.
Yeah, I never checked the crypt.
Zero taking the time to make sure everyone actually died in the Chiron massacre.
That's good.
Well, he's debating on talking to Stom. Paralyzing Stom. Who needs magic? He's already dead. Alright, just walks in and starts blasting Mato with thunder. That's always a good idea. And I don't think this was anything important if I remember right.
And it looks like, unfortunately, Zero has forfeited from this race, but I do want to offer him a congratulations and a GG's for
Oh,
meeting.
yes.
Great showing. Good to have you. Looking forward to seeing you in future rounds.
Oh, yes, indeed.
This is, after all, a double elimination tournament, so Zero is not eliminated. He is just knocked down to the second bracket. And meanwhile, Axe advances. I don't actually have the bracket pulled up in front of me, so I don't know if we know anything about opponents for anyone.
If you give
I
me
believe
2
mine-
seconds.
The winner, Arch and Night Do now.
Okay.
Give me just a second here and I can find out, because...
Here we go. I think I pulled it up.
I keep pulling up the wrong link, so it's taking me a second.
Yes, Axe has it exactly correct. His next opponent is the winner of the Sir Archibald versus Night Dew. And Zero's next opponent is the loser of that same match.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Right. Meanwhile, Code, you actually will have a race coming up eventually as well.
Yes, it will be against. It'll be a little while before we get there, because
Yeah.
it'll be against the loser of Matrick versus Matrick's opponent. Matrick had a first round bye, so he'll be playing the winner of Sho Fukumachi versus J-Ro Boy. And then the loser of that match is who I will be playing next.
Yeah. And then also on the docket, we do have this Crystalis Randomizer creator Steve Hacks versus PMA KFL. And the winner of that will go on to face Tornell. And then that really does it for our first round. Again, Zero and the loser of Sir Archibald and Night Dew will finish out round 1. But the only other match we have set in stone is going to be Dragon Darch versus Mashima. So that will be a pretty interesting matchup, in my opinion. That will be a pretty interesting.
And we are now joined by Zero. Zero, GG's. Well played.
We are now joined by GG. You did great.
Yeah, GG's for stepping up to this. This was a pretty brutal seed.
I rolled a winner.
Well, you gotta go in there, you gotta give 110%, and you want to play good, and you hope to play good, and you know what? I don't think we played good tonight.
Dude, you did great.
Yeah, look, the seed dealt you a tough hand. The getting through Windmill Cave early on with just the enemies that are in there. I've had races before where it's just, oh, I'm gonna die in Windmill Cave 4 or 5 times, and good on you for deciding to go somewhere else and do something else and come back with more resources than just what I do, which is get stubborn and try multiple times and waste 15 minutes.
Even way before that, the first 2 checks you guys did in GBCK being mimics, that alone just make me just go, no, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with all mimics.
That's right, yeah. I was worried about that, but then because it's kind of, where's my first sword gonna be? But it turned out it was just random.
Yeah. Turns out it's oops, not all mimics.
This time.
Oops, mostly mimics.
And then I forgot about the Amazon girl with that stupid statue of hers.
Yeah, Arillis. That was the only real mistake I can say you made. But I mean, honestly, even that, I don't blame you. You were doing other checks.
Oh, and the complete lack of warp boots anywhere.
Yeah, Leaf and Bryn Mawr didn't have them. It was pretty awful.
Yeah.
I had at least 2 walks of shame.
Yeah, it is a tough thing especially when Leaf doesn't have them, because if Leaf has them, you can always just Wild Warp buy more if you run out of Warp Boots. But if Leaf doesn't have them, that's where things get rough, and it really makes a difference how you manage your Warp Boots.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
So did TheAxeMan have a good run through Evil Spirit Island with all the butterflies?
I had some fun with that, yeah. Well, we had paralysis, so I was getting, it's kind of funny because you get to paralyze the butterflies, and they just sort of stop in the midair.
I was trying to surround. I think I had like 5 surrounded by me for like the longest time.
Yeah. It was
Definitely
dang.
some good Hellways this seed.
But I do have to say, I don't think I really lost because the character that truly lost was Mashama, as we all saw by the name on the character.
Yep, Ski Free had some bad times.
Yep, he's dead too. Everyone died. Long live Draconia.
All right. So, any final thoughts from Axe and Zero?
Well, but I think what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting back into training. We're going to be getting to the weight room, lifting those weights, doing extra cardio, trying to figure out what we need to improve, how we're going to improve this, and probably going to find our coach, Coach Mashama. He's going to be there with us, riding us hard, making sure we find all the checks and things, and we're going to come back to win this.
Yeah.
Practice.
I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, best of luck in the in your next match, and I'll be yeah, GG's for stepping up, because I think you're the only new player that's actually ended up in here. So, GG
And
for
also, good job, Zero. You gave Matrick an idea.
that.
So, I don't know what to think of that. I will have to hear about it and question all of my life's choices, I'm sure. But yeah. Like we said, dude, good job.
I'm assuming story mode was on.
We don't know.
Oh, you
Axe
don't
went
know?
ahead and cleared all the bosses before he found the last bow, so we have no clue.
Well, the good thing is I never had to fight Mado number 2.
Oh, always a win when you can skip Mado 2.
Right. Yeah, I fought Mado 2 with a level 1 sword and no accessories. I had like psycho armor, and then I put on the iron necklace so that I was like hardly taking any damage, and I spent like 3 or 4 minutes, I think.
Yeah, there were definitely some rough boss fights in there.
Yeah.
I think next time we should have a better seed. I don't think.
Well, with me, you get one of two things.
There's
You
no
either
longer
get
allowed to do a roll.
when I roll seeds, you get one of two things. It's either hot garbage or a jet seed. It's been confirmed in chat. It's one or the other. Yeah, we'll let Matrick roll the next one for you, Zero. You're gonna wish I rolled it.
Alright. Any final thoughts, Axe, Zero?
Long live Draconia and the tower.
That's right. I'll be looking forward to watching the rest of these matches.
On that note, I want to note we do have another match scheduled for this Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Right now, it looks like I'll be doing commentary on that one. We're still getting the rest of the crew worked out. But that will be Sho Fukamachi versus J-Ro Boy. So,
Yep, that will be Wednesday at 9 p.m. We are still getting which channel it'll be on, but check out our Discord or Speedgaming Live and their schedule, and they will have that up as soon as they can.
9
yeah.
p.m. Central, I think. 10 Eastern. Yep. Cool.
Yep.
And I
Any
think-
final thoughts from you, Code?
Good race. This is a lot of fun.
Oh,
Always
yeah.
enjoy doing commentary. Thanks to my co-commentator / tracker, Big Daryl. GG's to the racers, and I think we can wrap things up there.
Yep. And as we mentioned, the tournament is still ongoing, so we are going to be doing this for a few more weeks, roughly 3 to 4 more weeks or more, depending on how the races go and schedules work out. So please come on back, check us out. If you're interested in the Crystalis Randomizer or you have a nostalgia for this game, find us on the Crystalis Randomizer site and the Discord. Other than that, I think that does it for me. I am Big Daryl 1986. My co-host was Code Gorilla. And I wish you all a very good night. Bye-bye.